Perfect.
And that's why we're here today on McRib and Me with Liz Kate.
I love it.
And
Thank you for having me.
we're so excited to have you because it's a big week for Liz Kate. Have you ever had a McRib?
You know what? I have never had a McRib.
That is amazing.
Ever
we got a
in
first
my
time
life.
McRib.
A first time McRib.
First time McRibber.
I love it.
Well, let me get
love
a fresh McRib out for you.
Gosh, I'm so excited.
Okay. All right.
This is the big reveal.
Okay. Oh.
Dun dun dun.
Dun, dun, dun. What I love is it even opens sort of like a treasure chest. Yeah. There it is.
Ready?
Yeah. So ready. Oh.
Wow. Wow.
Wow. Look at that.
I'm gonna have this all over my face.
And that's part of the point.
Not part of it.
Yeah.
You're gonna eat one with me?
I will eat one with you. Of course I will.
I can't.
I don't ever deny that challenge.
Yeah.
Nearly as good at this as you, but
We
ready?
should ready?
All right. Cue sound effects.
Cue all the sound effects.
So first impression of
I
just.
heard also that this is your McRib hat.
It is my McRib hat, and you're welcome to wear the McRib hat if you like the hat,
I just want to wear
or
it.
at least try it on. Just. Yeah, perfect.
How do I look?
I think you look great. All right.
Great.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. All
I'll
right.
leave it on for a minute.
Yeah,
and
you
then I'm
should.
gonna take it off.
Okay.
Yeah.
So first impression, just tell me what you see in the McRib right now.
So, I am a fan of everything that I can see right now. All of the ingredients I'm seeing, I love. Onions, I just started to like onions.
Okay, well, good. I'm glad you
Yeah.
just started because we got onions on the McRib.
Yeah. So I'm glad that I like them now.
Yeah.
And the rest of it just looks very lovely.
Doesn't it?
It looks so lovely.
Yeah. Well, you ready to taste that loveliness?
I am
right.
so.
I'm gonna
I'm gonna
join
take this off because
Yeah.
this is just so needs to be on display. What's
You-
the best way to grab
just
it?
Whatever
just go
works.
for it.
Yeah.
I gotta make
Yep.
sure
Yeah.
my
You can scoot
pickles
some
are on
stuff
there.
in there. Yep.
Oh my goodness.
Get it collected. And
You're
again,
a pro at this.
messy's okay.
All the mess.
Okay. Ready?
Okay. Cheers.
Boink.
Cheers.
All right. Here we go.
All over the face. That's so good.
Isn't it? It's fun.
Oh wow. It's like every component that I would want on there is on there. Oh my goodness.
Isn't that good?
It's divine.
It is.
It's divine.
I love that word, divine.
It's divine.
I'm just gonna
Holy,
on that.
I
I'm gonna
need
go
that.
for another divine bite.
You know what? I might too.
The words keep on raging, can't put them back to
I
bed.
think for starters, let's talk about the EP that's released today. It's called
The World in My Head.
The World.
So, my debut single.
Okay.
Released my debut single. And it was a long time coming. I've been singing and songwriting and doing all of the things since I was about 5 years old.
Wow.
And so, really got deep into songwriting when I was about 11.
And you've written all your songs as well as
Yes.
performed them. Yeah. Okay.
I co-write some of them with my dear friend and life coach. Her name is Vanessa Olivares.
Oh, fantastic.
You might know her. She was on, I can't remember what season it was, but on American Idol. She had like short, crazy hair. She looks so different now.
Yeah. Yeah.
But, she's been my coach since I was about 6.
Oh, right. You guys still work together to this day.
Yeah, she's
oh,
here
fantastic.
in Nashville, which
Awesome.
is just so sweet. 'Cause
Yeah.
I get to go over to her house now, and we get to just like
Hang out and write and
Yeah.
chat. That's so
Oh.
fun.
It's so fun. But I've been writing for so long, and I finally felt like I had my music that I wanted to put out into the world. I just had so many songs that I was like, oh, I don't know if this is right. And just, the process of finding out your genre and your style and what fits your voice and what doesn't, it just takes much longer than people think it does.
So a lot is built up to this moment.
So much.
Yeah.
Yes. I had released, it's so funny. I had released a Christmas song called Our First Christmas. And my mom actually, it's kind of related, but it'll go into it, was a professional breakdancer for...
No way.
Yeah, my whole childhood for
Oh my
probably
God.
about 25 years. She
Really?
toured with the Black Eyed Peas.
No
yeah.
kidding.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
amazing.
No, she's an incredible woman. But so she is also doubles as everything. She can do just about anything on the planet that you ask her to. But she is also a photographer, videographer, all of the things. And So she has like really played a part in like the creative direction of everything.
Yeah. I can imagine. That's great to have as another mentor too, and a mother, right?
Yeah, mentor, mother,
yeah,
best friend, stage mom, all the things.
Yeah.
She does everything under the sun.
Yeah, that is so cool. And breakdancing, I mean, we just got to go back there. I mean,
yeah, please.
I'm a kid of those days. I remember when Breakin' the movie came out and Breakin' 2 Electric Boogaloo, and I remember when that craze happened to middle America, and I was in the Midwest, and I remember, gosh, this is embarrassing, right? We used to get like pieces of linoleum so we could lay them out in the driveway and, and cardboard and stuff. Yeah. And
my whole childhood, you just brought back so many things. I'm like, just seeing my mom like in the kitchen with her just like linoleum down. Like,
yeah. That's amazing. So
all the videos.
So that was a couple weeks ago. The first single off the new record, and then. Now, so today we've officially released it, and what's tell us about the rest of the EP.
Yeah, so before I released that EP, I released a second single, The Other Side, and The Other Side is, like I said, dove into it a little bit earlier, but The World in My Head is really about mental health, really in general. The whole EP kind of dives into deeper elements of it. But The World in My Head is just, overthinking and kind of what it looks like inside of the world that we live in, within our heads. I was like, I don't want to leave it like this, because I feel like as humans, we always just hope for a better side of ourselves, and we always try to be the best version of ourselves. So I wanted to create a piece that represented that and the other side of all of our worries, the other side of all of our problems in our head, and the things that we go through. And so I wrote The Other Side, and I was like, oh, this would be so cool to just link them together somehow. So I was working with my coach Vanessa, and we figured out, especially in the production phases, we got to, it's like if you listen to them back to back, they like crossfade into one another, and just of some of the lyrics pertain back to each other and just cross over, and I wanted that to kind of be that shift between your realities feeling.
I love that.
Yeah, so I was really, really excited about those. And then releasing the full EP, I added 3 more new tracks, and one of them is Solitude. Okay. I wrote that one when I was in lockdown for the pandemic. When all of us were like TikToking and just Netflixing and all of the things. I wrote a couple songs, and that was one of them. And just wrote it about like finding ourselves when we're basically put to the test. And when we're alone, I feel like it's very easy to get distracted and go into these big groups and lose ourselves, and sometimes when we're forced to sit in solitude, we really find out who we truly are. And sometimes that's really scary. So I wrote that about that one, and what it looks like with like just internal conflict and all of these things, and also pertaining back to the mental health.
You're my electric blue, like the deepest
Electric Blue, it's a love song, and it's, I don't know what it is with musicians, but it's so hard to write love songs. Like, what is that about? I don't know. We have such, it's like you would think that they'd be the easiest to write, but we're like, oh no, we're depressed. We're like all of the feelings. But it is a love song, and it's truly about just finding that love that electrifies you, and that makes you feel like you're on fire.
So, speaking of exciting news, this week you also made an appearance at the Bluebird, which is a famous club here in Nashville that really is all about the songwriter. So tell me about that.
So to tell you about that, I have to tell you the backstory. And I was 12 years old, I believe. I was 12 years old, and I was lined up to play at the Bluebird.
Wow. That's incredible at 12. It
was so exciting.
Talent is oozed out of you for your entire life. I can feel it right now.
Thank you. I owe it all to the people that have helped me along the way. But I was lined up to play my first time visiting Nashville ever.
Wow.
And I was like, oh, Bluebird. You know, everybody was
Yeah.
telling me about Bluebird.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, okay. And then I actually figured out what it was. And I was like, whoa, what? I was like, I'm...
That
and
would
then
be frightening, kind of.
I was like, wait, I don't know if I'm ready for this. So I get here in Nashville with my guitar in hand, and we show up, and they're double booked.
Oh.
And so they didn't end up having the writer's night.
Oh, no. Yeah, no.
But we ended up going.
That's crushing for a young 12-year-old. Yeah.
But on the other hand, I was like, whew.
Maybe a little relief, right?
Yeah,
like, I got
thank the Lord. Yeah. Like,
unscarred here on that one.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But we ended up going to the Grand Ole Opry.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Going
Amazing.
to just all the places. We have a good friend that's friends with this guy, Luke Wooten, and he has a recording studio here called Station West. And so,
yeah, I've heard of Station West.
Yeah, so I got to go there and play him some of my songs, and it was just so cool as a preteen. I was like,
yeah.
Oh my gosh, this
What
world
an
is
experience,
crazy.
right? Especially for someone who's excited about this new world of performing and writing
Yeah.
songs. How cool.
And going to the Grand Ole Opry, I was like, oh my gosh, this place is beautiful. I just remember sitting there. I can't tell you who was on. I don't remember. I just remember the experience being so beautiful.
Yeah.
It was so lovely.
And speaking of playing songs for people, you want to play something for us?
Oh, sure.
Yeah, I see we got your guitar. Let's hear it. Here we go.
I've never seen my head like this before. I've never tried so hard just to hit the floor. Or maybe I'm just tired, but I can't do this anymore. Pretending that I'm happy when I'm not happy. But when I close my eyes, it's all the same. I'm crying in the middle of the rain, so no one else can figure out I'm going insane. I should probably tell somebody. How difficult could that be? 'Cause I can't escape the world in my head. Can't tune out the voice that thinks I'd rather be dead. The words keep on raging, can't put 'em back to bed. Wish that I could pack my bags instead and escape the world in my head. People stop and ask if I'm okay, playing make-believe with every word they say. Begs the question, do I love myself today? And I don't know the answer. Why do I never know the answer? 'Cause I can't escape the world in my head. Can't tune out the voice that thinks I'd rather be dead. The words keep on raging, can't put 'em back to bed. Wish that I could pack my bags instead and escape the world in my head. Ooh. If I could get out of here, yeah, I would be better now. If I could get my head clear, I know I wouldn't feel so down. If I could get out of here, I would run so far away. If I could get my head clear, then maybe I would be okay.
Woo! Wow.
Thank
Fantastic. Man,
you.
lyrically deep.
McRib and me. Ooh.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that was fantastic.
Oh,
That was
thank you.
fantastic. You know, another thing I think I want to know about, because you're like this super threat, double threat. We're gonna say, got music going, and you've done some acting. Tell me about Dear Evan Hansen.
So I've been acting since I was about 6.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's been a journey.
Yeah.
And I've, acting, it's just about 99% auditions, 1% booking.
Yeah.
And so you really have to be dedicated to your craft.
Yeah, right.
Because,
yeah.
and you get used to rejection, which is
Yeah.
like good and bad.
Yeah.
But no, it has been such a journey. And during the pandemic, so we think about 2020, right? And, lockdown happened right around March.
Yeah.
Everything is just...
Yeah, I know. It's very blurry.
Yeah, it's so
very
blurry.
yeah.
The whole year, I'm like, 2020.
Yeah.
Everybody. But no, so lockdown in March, and and luckily, going into the pandemic, I'm from Atlanta, so I was born in Florida, but moved to Atlanta when I was like 5.
Yeah.
And so I, grew up there and call that place my home. And so the industry, it's been really cool to see how it's grown, and how everybody from LA has been just kind of like migrating towards Atlanta. And it's such a
film,
booming. Oh my gosh, the film and television industry is booming in Atlanta right now.
Yeah.
And so I am fortunate enough to be able to grow up in that and, see everything evolve. And so in, 2020, before the pandemic even hit, we had just been stepping into self-taping at home. And, it's been around for a while, but it's honestly easier on the casting directors because then they can do it at their own time. They don't have to set specific time and have people come. And so it's just easier on them. But so now they're all just doing that. And we're not really seeing in-person auditions anymore.
Yeah.
With a few exceptions. But anyways, so we had been stepping into the self-taping realm anyways. But we stepped into the pandemic, and that's all that we could do.
Yeah.
So in July, I got a request to tape for Dear Evan Hansen.
And this is July of 2020,
July of 2020. So we have March. We're like, no work, nothing, everything's shut down. I had actually been, my mom's an actress as well.
Yeah.
She's like a quadruple, quintuplet threat. Honored to be her daughter. But she had just booked, have you ever heard of Righteous Gemstones?
No, tell me more.
It's a TV show. It's a TV show. It's basically about, I'm going to totally butcher this. She's going to be so mad at me. But it's basically about this, like, mega church almost. And, like, it's just like a corrupt mega church.
Okay.
Basically.
Yeah.
It's such a, Danny McBride, it's, like, such a funny TV show. But she booked that. And so we had traveled to Charleston. This is the week of the shutdown.
Okay.
And we traveled to Charleston, got checked in our hotel. She goes to wardrobe, and she comes back, and we went on the beach. Went to the beach with my 2 little siblings. I have a 5-year-old brother and a 2-year-old sister.
Oh, cool.
So we went over there, and we were on the beach, and she gets a call, and they're like, "Hey, actually, we're shutting production down for 2 months."
Oh no, for the show she was on.
Yeah,
okay.
She had booked a role in that, and she was there, and we were like, "Oh well, we just got here, but I guess it's time to go home." And so that was kind of my first memory of like the pandemic being something that felt really real.
Yeah.
And so then flash forward to July, everybody's in the middle of like we were talking about. Everybody's just kind of creating or just like chilling, hanging out with family, spending quality time, all the things good that came out of the pandemic.
Yeah.
And I get the self-tape, and I'm like, okay, like I know what Dear Evan Hansen is. I had read the book my senior year going into my freshman year of college, and I was in love with the musical and everything. The soundtrack, of course, Ben Platt, everyone. And so I got to get this audition, and I actually originally auditioned for a different role. I auditioned for the role of Charisse.
Oh, and the role you ended up getting was
Gemma,
right? Yeah.
Yes, and so I went to my coach Carol, and we taped this, this self-tape, and she was like tearing up, and I was like, was it bad, or did you think it was good?
Are you okay?
Yeah. What did I do wrong? No, but she was like, oh my gosh, I loved it, and like I had to sing. I sang to a track, and I did. The character was just so funny, and I got to really I love doing like background of characters
Yeah.
and just like character development,
Yeah.
something I'm super passionate about. And so I got to do that, which was really fun for that character. And then I'm like, okay, with acting, you have to just like audition and then leave it. And try not to think about it, because if you do, you'll drive yourself crazy.
Yeah, wondering what's going to happen. Yeah.
You're like, you drive yourself absolutely insane.
It's like the most intense job interview.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, really.
Over and over again.
Right?
Yeah, exactly. And so we like submitted it, and we were all like, okay, like we feel like this is a really good audition. Like, hopefully we get it. Weeks go by, it gets to August, and we're like, okay, you know, maybe like we didn't get it, that's okay. And then I'm at a show. I'm playing live at a show, just like a coffee
playing
house.
music, doing your acoustic
doing
thing.
my acoustic thing. And I like, when I do like 3-hour shows, I like have my little iPad up in case somebody requests a song or something. And I see an email come through at the top that says, "Dear Evan Hansen."
Oh my gosh, while you're in mid-performance.
No, I'm literally mid-performance, and I'm like,
oh my god.
If I die young, bury me inside. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm gonna take a quick break.
Story. Yeah, that is amazing. Yeah.
And so I like stop and I call my mom and I'm like, oh my gosh, I didn't even look at the email. I just thought that I booked it. I was like, did you see the email? She was like, yeah, it's for a Zoom callback.
Oh.
And I was like, what? I was like, a Zoom callback.
Yeah.
But it was a Zoom director's callback. And so
cool.
I get to go.
Still pretty legit. I mean, that's an email we'd all love to get.
Exactly.
Director's callback for a Zoom.
Like, I was like, what does this look like? What is this gonna be like? This is crazy. And they, so I get to the Zoom. I'm like logged on. I'm like, this is crazy. This is so weird. And Steven Chbosky, he's the director, and he was on. And so I auditioned, and Tim Telsey and Co was the casting director, and Tiffany Little Canfield, she's amazing. She was on reading with me, and Steven goes, I finish my scene, and Steven's like, yeah, you're too nice to play this role. I was like, okay, yes, sir. But he's so sweet. And he was like, yeah, I want you to audition for Caitlin's, or not Caitlin at the time, Caitlin Devers, who plays Zoe Murphy in the film. But she was like, I want you to audition for Zoe's best friend. And I was like, okay, sounds good. And so he sent me the script, and I had like 30 minutes to like learn the lines and turn it around, and then come right back.
Really?
On the Zoom.
30 minutes on the spot. Back on the spot. Yeah.
And so I did, and I, did quick character development for this girl, and so I go back on, and he's like, okay, and so we start, and he gives me a little bit of direction, and is like, imagine that this is your best friend's brother who just committed suicide.
Oh, gosh.
Go.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, yeah, I'm going. And so I did it, and I just, did it from the depths of my heart, and he comes back on, and he's crying.
Oh, my God.
And I was like, no way. I was like, no way did I just make Steven Chbosky cry.
Yeah.
And
wow.
I was just like, I was just honored, and all of the feelings were just everywhere, and he was like, yeah, so, great job.
And then that was it for that moment?
He like told me that, like, he was like, I've never seen the casting director read with such emotion, like, you're so talented and so young, and just like, I love that, and you're so real. And then that was it, and that was all I was left with.
That was another cliffhanger.
Yep.
Yeah.
And for weeks.
Yeah.
Like a couple more weeks.
Yeah.
I had to sit on that, and then, I got the call.
Losing control over my emotions.
Red carpet experience. There was one, right?
There was.
Yes, and tell us about that, because, I mean, we all dream of that, a red carpet experience. Yeah. So tell us about yours.
I've been dreaming about that forever. Yeah. Oh my gosh, I'm just, like, first of all, so honored to be a part of this project, and just like the emotion behind it, and the message that it's just like relaying to the world about mental health, and just like starting conversations that need to be started,
right? And
just being able to like be a part of that team and showcase it was so incredible. And I got to actually go to the LA premiere, but with the blue carpet, but I also got to go to Toronto International Film Festival.
Oh, cool.
so I got to go to Canada, and I'd never been to Canada before.
Yeah, nice.
Toronto was just beautiful.
Yeah, I've
and-
never been to Toronto.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I hadn't either. You should go. It's so fun. It was just, I mean, everybody was like so sweet, and the environment just felt so natural and so welcoming, and I just fell in love with it. But so I got to go to Toronto International Film Festival, which in and of itself I was like, oh my gosh, like one of the biggest film festivals, and that was so much fun, and got to see that. That was where I saw the film for the first time.
Yeah.
And so
Oh, really? And its finished product was there.
yeah, so that's where I got to see it for the first time, and I brought my sweet mom.
Oh, nice.
And
Of course.
so we traveled to Toronto together, and it was so sweet.
What a
And-
moment. The whole experience was
No.
probably a great moment for you guys
Oh,
forever.
Yeah, it was so cool, and walking the blue carpet. It was definitely like, I'm not gonna sit here and act like I know everything
Yeah.
that has to do with all of this stuff. I'm new to all of it and learning.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I think like the first step in being successful is admitting that you don't know everything about the industry that you're stepping into.
Absolutely.
And so, I'm very like humbled to just be able to learn from the people around me and grow within that, and just walking on the blue carpet and talking to press and having people be like, okay, Liz, turn this,
Yeah.
that way. And I was like, hi, yes. I was like, shoulder. They were like, drop your shoulder. And I was like, okay. I was like, I'm dropping
Oh my
it.
God, that's awesome.
It was so
Yeah.
fun though. And
I mean, you just had a dream come true. That all those moments.
I
right?
was smiling from ear to ear
Yeah.
when I stepped off, and got to like go to the after party, and Ben is like dear friend of mine now, and
Oh,
he's
fantastic.
so sweet, and he was just so incredible. He did such an incredible job in the film,
Yeah.
and I genuinely don't think there's anybody else who could have done that
Yeah.
better.
Amazing.
He needed to be the person,
Yeah.
but
That's
Yeah,
such a
it was
great
a great
story.
experience.
Thanks for sharing us that. I'm a fan of McRib, but I'm a huge fan of Liz Kate.
oh,
Thanks so much for coming here.
Gotta take an
we're
honorary.
gonna go out on a bite here.
Go out on a bite. A big bite.
Yeah, you got the proof.
The proof.
Yep.
I love it. There's so many firsts
There's
today.
so many firsts, and
That's
it's so
awesome.
great. High fives on that.
Cool.
Liz Kate.